It's finally here! As you may saw in the intro, this is from Fingerboards, and I'm quite excited. In here should be some really cheap dynamic trucks. Dynamic trucks are my personal favorite professional fingerboard trucks. I have had a pair for about 1-2 years, and I've loved them. And I've always wanted a second pair. Never really wanted to pay for a second set of $100 trucks. So this should be the solution. Just before we continue, I want to say that I ordered a few more things. I ordered some lock nuts and bushings. It's not just the dynamic trucks. Okay, we have got the package. Now we need to unbox it. Oh, that was a tool enough. Okay, everything came in one package. Oh, okay. First off, got a piece of free foam tape. Cool. Next, so these are the bushings I ordered. Next off, oh, it's in one package. Okay. Oh. Oh, free stickers. That one. They're quite shiny in person. And I ordered some spare lock nuts. I think there's 12 in here, or 24, something like that. Last thing. Ooh, those look promising. When I ordered this, I thought I was gonna get the Eureka trucks. They look like dynamics, but they don't really look like dynamics. So I'm very happy that these actually look like dynamics. Ooh, look at that. These do look a lot like real dynamics. They look raw. They don't look as shiny. They look like the raw BRTs. They don't look as shiny as the real dynamics. The screws do look just like the real dynamic screws that come with the dynamic board, so that's cool. The bushings are definitely not the same. I will say the bushings don't look at all like the dynamic bushings. I only have the top real dynamic bushing on there, but they definitely do not look like the real dynamics. I think what I'm going to do is use the bushings that I bought and put them on this. They do both come with pivot cups, which are very nice. So, enough with the yipper yap. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set up an exact replica of this board, and we're going to see the difference, because that will see the difference. I'm going to use the same wheels, pills. I'll use the fake dynamics versus the real dynamics. Same deck, same tape. Yeah, let's do that. I'll be using this deck that I made. It's kind of like a split ply, but I dyed half the veneer. And then we'll be using these pills. First, I'm going to attach the trucks, then I'm going to put on the wheels, and then I'm going to change the bushings. First, I'm going to do the tape. Now I'm going to poke the holes in the grip tape so my trucks can go through. To do this, I'm going to use one of these pins and poke it through. Then when I see the hole, I'm going to take my screwdriver and widen the hole. Okay, now that we have all the holes, we're going to put on the trucks. That is the first truck on. Okay, now we have both trucks on. I just realized there's 2 extra screws. So, unlike the Dynamics, if you lose a screw, there's extras. Now we're going to put on the wheels. These are Ilpil street shape wheels, and they're personally my favorites. And the last 2 on. Now all we gotta do is change the bushings. Well, I set up the board with the new bushings, but I forgot to record me putting on the bushings. Anyways, bushings are on the board. The setup's complete. There's them side by side. You can see the difference now. This one's a lot more shinier. These are the real ones. And these ones are kind of matte. They don't have the exact same bushings, but I tuned them to feel the exact same. So yeah. They seem to have the exact same height. These ones do have higher bushings. The fake Dynamic one definitely feels heavier, but it's not that bad. I feel like it kind of feels as heavy as BRTs would be, if that makes sense. So now that we have them both set up, I think it's time to do a little bit of testing. Got both boards side by side. Real, fake. First, I think we should do a kickflip on each one. First the real. What I'm used to. Now the fakes. Ooh. That may be because of how heavy they are, that I'm not popping all the way. Oh, there you go. So I did land it second try, but you can definitely tell they are heavier. Next is going to be how they grind and how smooth they feel on an obstacle. So first we'll do wood. These are the fakes. They feel smooth. And these ones also feel smooth, real ones. Next we got concrete. And then the reels. So the real ones feel a lot more solid, and these feel a little bit more hollow, probably because of the build quality. Personally, what I'm thinking so far is that I do like the real ones, and I can tell a difference. But if you are boarding on a budget and you want Dynamics but you don't have the money, I would definitely suggest these. These are really good replicas. By all means, buy the real ones, but if you're on a budget, get these ones. I just noticed as well, my real Dynamics, they are wearing away because they are 1 to 2 years old. That took 1 to 2 years. On these ones, they are already like turning silver. Because whatever polish they've put on here is already rubbing off, unlike these ones, which took a solid month to 2 months to start wearing away. So that's one thing to take a note. Just to note, they are not exact replicas. The base plates definitely look different. There are no dynamic branding on the bottoms, unlike these ones. So they're not exact replicas, but the rough shape is basically the same. In the end, I mean, I think they were worth it. For $27 US, not bad at all. Shipping was only $3. That's international, which was very impressive. I do like the bushings. If you order them, definitely get the bushings because these make so much of a difference. That's all for today's video. Thank you so much. Please subscribe.